guys, Amanda here. Today we are going to continue working on our Christmas in July series, but we're also going to do our one sketch, many stories layout as well. And so this is the sketch that we're going to use. It is from Scrapbook Generation. It is an Allison Davis sketch. I did find it on Pinterest. So that's the sketch we're going to use, and we're going to do two different layouts, but they will both be Christmas themed. So we'll see how we're able to make those different by utilizing the same sketch. So here I have some photos of my kiddos and I from this past Christmas. And so the sketch has some 3x4 photos. Not sure how I'm going to do them. Let's see. Some 3x4s and then some 3x5s up there. We were at the Woodson. It's an African American Museum here in Florida, in St. Pete or Tampa. I'm not sure what the official city is, but and then we have these 2x2 photos that we'll have up at the top. So let me see how I want this to be showcased. Actually, this isn't bad at all. Maybe I'll do this in the middle. And then there's a 3x4 card there. And then there's a 3x4 card there. And we'll do it like this. So that's cute. During the holiday season, I mean, any time of year, I really try to do a lot of things with the kids, whatever the community is having. And I was really excited to take the kids to the museum. They have a really wonderful Christmas program that they put on every year. So that's what we were doing in these photos. Yeah, so this will be our overall layout. Let's take a look and see what papers and things we're going to use. So I looked through my stash, and as you guys can imagine, the largest parts of my stash are either Disney, Christmas, or baby, right? Those are the three things that I will always have an abundance of papers for. So I pulled out this Teresa Collins paper. I just love the quality of this cardstock. It's so amazing. And because the left side of the page really only has those two photos, I wanted to use a pattern paper versus my traditional white American Crafts cardstock, since the paper is so visible. There's so much available real estate. So I wanted to utilize something like this. I also do love this back pattern, and I only had one sheet of this, so I'm a little bummed about that, but that's okay. So that'll be our left-hand side. And then you don't really see a lot of the paper that's going to be on the right-hand side because it's so photo heavy. But I think I'm going to utilize this photo play, Here Comes Santa paper, because you do see the top strip, but I do want to utilize this because my daughter is wearing a Christmas plaid shirt in our photos. So I'm going to use that, and I think it'll marry well together. But because I don't want to waste this whole sheet of cardstock, I am going to use vanilla as the background. I'm not going to use white because I use white a lot and I don't want it to get covered up. And if anything, the vanilla I feel matches this Teresa Collins a bit better. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to cut off my branding strip here. And we're going to jump right in and get started. So for this, for some reason or another, this particular layout that I found on Pinterest for Scrapbook Generation, I could not find on their website at all, to save my life. So this image and sketch didn't have any of the measurements that Scrapbook Generation is, you know, pretty known for. So I was a little bummed about that. So I'm going to pretty much wing it. It's a pretty basic layout perspective from cuts and things like that. So I think we'll be fine, but I was scouring the internet for it and I was not able to find it. So let's see. Because in this sketch, there are two 3x4, there are two 3x4 focus spots amongst the photos. I did break out this 6x6 paper pad from Echo Park called Christmas Magic. And I was thinking of utilizing some patterns in here, see if I can find any 3x4 cards like this one. There's no place like home for the holiday, to utilize in those spaces. Like I love this one that will also allow for a journaling spot. So let's pull this sheet out. That's perfect, actually. And then the snowflakes on that match, you know, the snowflake theme on the other side of the layout. So that will work beautifully. Oh, Christmas tree, let it snow. Maybe this can work because I plan on, you know, decorating that square anyway. Or maybe I'll use the back side of this. We'll see. We'll play it out. We'll see. I pulled out a couple of those. And then I also am going to need to back the two 3x5 photos that are here on the left-hand side in some red cardstock. So I'm going to break out my reds, and I want to pick something that is close. I want to pick something that is close to the red. So this is my pile of red scraps, my red and pink. That's how I have them organized and organized. That's it. This is a good red. Let me see if I have another piece that color. I know in a previous video I shared with you guys how I store my scraps, and I do store them by color in these bins. I do have them like rainbow stored, right? So solid red and pink are together, you know, in the rainbow pattern. And I don't keep anything less than 3 inches. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so I can use those for my photo backing for the 2x2 as well as the 3x5 photos. So I'm gonna get into it. Let's start. I always like to start with my right hand page for some reason or another. So let's start there. I'm not going to ink the edge of this plaid paper. I'm gonna just let it be as it is right now. Okay, so we're gonna get our photos down. I do need to cut out these 3x4 paper pieces as well. I feel like my paper is a little crooked. Okay. We were having so much fun just spending time together. I wonder what's going on with my pictures here. Oh, I know what's going on. I cut this by 3, not by 4. So that's my bad. That is on me. That is on me. So what do we want to do? Do I want to put a border there? Do I want to potentially do a well, no, I wouldn't do a stripe. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm gonna recut the paper or if I'm gonna do something fun there instead. Silly me. You guys know I didn't get into the crafts for the math of it all. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, we can use this here. It's a little shorter than 4 inches. What do we think about this here? I think I want something else to actually be able to cut it to a 3x4. I kind of like this. Or this. Well, we do it like this, clearly. I think I'm going to go with the holly. Just to make it a little bit different. And I do want to bring in some of the green anyway. So that'll be in the pictures. So that really does help make it pop. So we'll do that because we don't want the page to only be, you know, red and white and black. That reminds me of that old joke, which I'm sure many of you know. What's black and white and red all over? Put your guesses in the comments. That's funny. But it's the newspaper, right? We learned that joke many, many years ago. Black and white and red all over. So red as in reading, not the color. So anyway, there's your little funny for the video. So I like how that looks. I think I will just end up recutting this by 4. I'm not going to give myself extra work to do. So I'll just do that. Yeah, no. Now it will match. I still have this little gap here. We're going to have to figure out. Put an embellishment there of some sort. We'll get it taken care of. By the end result, we won't even know it was there. Okay, perfect. And then we have our 2x2 photos actually. So let me cut this down to 2 1/4. And then I'm going to cut out my 2 1/4 squares, right, and we'll have our 2x2 photos up here. I think we're gonna go Hannah, then the 2 of them, then Herbie, as we work on that photo placement up here at the top when we get there. And I might pop this one of the 2 of them up just to, you know, give it some prominence. My babies. Yeah, he's so funny. Now as he's, you know, growing into his personality, it's hilarious, honestly. And up there for the strips, actually, when I cut this out, it had this green strip. So I'm going to use that. Yeah, and I am going to fishtail it, but I'll bring it out a little bit more. And because this will, yeah, that's cute. I was thinking maybe use some of this. I don't even remember. Oh, it goes much longer. The strip that they use. I can make it longer. It doesn't go all the way, but it does go a good portion of the way. And I do have extra of that paper, or that pattern rather, from the back side of the deer paper, so we can accommodate that. Okay, I'm not sure what my title is going to be or any of that stuff just yet, but I will just put this part down. And then we'll go to the left-hand page and then come back once we start our embellishment phase. Sweet. That came out really cute. All right, so now we're gonna move this one over. I gotta think what embellishment I wanna put here, and then our journaling spot there. And we'll come back to that. So now I'm gonna cut down my photo backings for my 3x5 photos. I don't even know what size this is. Let's see. This is 5 by, this is a 5 by 8. So, and my pictures are 3.5 by 5s. Too bad. Let me see if I can cut them down just a smidge so I don't have to, I'm gonna cut it down to 4 3/4 so I don't have to, I can get both of my pictures matted on one. Yeah. There's enough empty space at the top where I could do that. And so now you see, right, it's tall enough so it could have a border. Love that for us. Okay, so I'm going to do this at 3 1/4. Okay, perfect. And then now these photos will go like this here on this page. I will carry through that green on this side as well. So let me cut this out. Probably do right, we'll continue to fishtail the banner. Right, do that. And even this paper wouldn't be so bad with the deers on it. Let's see. It's not too much of a white background. Right, something like that is cute. And then some more banners up there. I do have this Dots and Stripes collection. I can bring forth this red. Yeah, maybe I'll do this red polka dot and also bring that over to the other side as well. Okay, like that, and then we can do something else up here. I do have these ephemera pieces, and there are some flag pieces in here as well, some banner pieces that I can use as additional banners on the page. So I like that. Okay. I am going to cut out a piece of this to use up at the top on the other side, on the right hand side. I have some phrases here as well. I like this, making memories all December, or Christmas memories. These are a little bigger than I remember. I also like this. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm not going to use this We Wish You a Merry Christmas because the background is a little too bright. So I think we might go Christmas Fun instead. Bring that contrasting color up. So let's go ahead and put these down. I'm going to start with putting down these strips first. The background of this, I am going to ink it in some brown just so that it's not as bright. And blends in a little bit better to this off-white background here. And then this one I'll place right up against the photo. I really do enjoy when I'm scrapbooking, placing my photos and things at an angle of sorts, because as I mentioned earlier, you know, I'm not always the straightest when it comes to putting things down. So purposely putting things askew always helps me feel better about the whole thing. So I do that quite a bit on my layouts. And then here, because this is shorter, let me see. I do the Christmas fun. I don't know. I wasn't envisioning it to come out, but that might work better. And to have it sit on top of this like that. That can work. And maybe, I was thinking of popping it up, but probably not. And then I'm gonna just bring this up just a smidge to close that gap that was there. Perfect. I like how that looks. All right. So let's see. So we've got this page now. And I'm going to bring back out this page. And here I'm thinking of putting this sheet, this pattern piece. All right, so I wanted to bring out this scallop, this Martha Stewart scallop, because in the sketch there's a scalloped piece here. So I'm thinking maybe I can do that with this piece of cardstock. I'm gonna go cardstock instead of that pattern because I feel like it might get lost on the background of the plaid. So let's see. I know that it is the same color as this, but I'm thinking maybe I can use my white pen to do some outlining and make it not so sharp. There. Let's see. I don't really like how that looks. Nah. Okay. We'll just do it like this as a scalloped piece here underneath. That's fine. Oh, look at that. I still messed it up. Lord have mercy. Okay. Then I also have this, some sticker sheets. This is from The Story of Christmas, Echo Park, Lori Whitlock, excuse me. I like these trees. Let's see. If I put this down here, pop it up. On the sketch, there are some trees on there as well. So that could be fun. Get my powder tool so we can ink that up and pop it up over here on this side. So that's beautiful there. And I was thinking of doing these presents, but I don't want to introduce this blue color to the layout. So maybe we'll just do the one present and putting that down here underneath the tree. Hannah says hi. Hannah, do you... Okay, so we have our tree down here. I'm not going to put the present at all I do like this hello or happy holidays here. I'm going to pop that up as well. And then I also have these embellishments that I want to use. I'm going to put down here for sure. Since this was an event at the African American Museum and the Santa was an African American Santa, I do have these stickers, embellishments showcasing or highlighting an African American Santa. So I want to make sure that I get that on this page for sure. And believe it or not, these came from Dollar Tree, which I'm super happy about. They don't necessarily go with the theme from a color scheme perspective. They don't match entirely, but I am going to make it work. So because this is a little bit of a busier background, I am going to, I'm going to do the Mary, I think I might do the one with the sled. I am going to cut this out so that it can sit on top of it. Give it a little bit of a background to be on. Do I want to do the green or do I want to do red? I think the green because he has so much red on him already. So that's 3 by 4. And I'll do 2.5. 2.5 by 3.5. Right, because I still want to see the holly in the back. I absolutely love that. And these are such good quality stickers. I think I might put one over here as well. I don't know. I think he could. I think he could go right here. I think that works pretty well. And then I'll find a sentiment to add here at the top. I'm gonna go back to some sticker sheets I have. This is a different sticker sheet. Home for Christmas. This is a Cartabella. But we already have Happy Holidays there. Christmas fun here. I do like this Santa Claus is coming, but it's already green. And I don't think it will really be visible. Let's go back here and see. Oh, this has a special delivery. And since he's in his sled, that might be cute. And then to cover up this piece here that I had forgotten about until just now. Oh, actually, there's a Hello Santa on here, which might look better. I do like that much better. Special delivery gets lost there. Then placing an ornament here in the color scheme and to fill that space. That's cute. There is a third ornament as well. I mean, it's not totally off color scheme. It can work. Just lift up the Hello Santa tinge. Okay, that looks great. That looks really good. I don't know, and now that we have the Santa here, maybe I can put this little gift here by him. That looks sweet there. And that, my friends, is how you MacGyver something. Perfect. Now that looks complete, and it was driving me nuts, but there it is. Now I don't have to throw that scrap away. it all works out. Let me put my journaling down here. I am so pleased with how this layout turned out. And, you know, I think for I stuck pretty close to the sketch, which is unusual for me, but I think it really came out nice. So thank you all for watching, and I will be back next week with part 2 of this video with another layout utilizing the same sketch, again, for our One Sketch Many Stories series here in the month of July, where we are celebrating Christmas in July. Thank you so much for watching. I am really proud of myself for documenting last year's Christmas already, getting prepared for this year's Christmas. I hope that you're able to do something creative to make yourself proud today as well. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.